50 Cent is once again stirring conversation, this time with a new allegation that he says never made it into his Netflix documentary about Diddy. According to 50, the problem wasn't a lack of evidence or credibility, it was volume. He claims there was simply too much material to fit into just 4 episodes, forcing his team to leave out several explosive claims. One of the most surprising allegations, he says, involved Diddy secretly having a child with a woman who had previously been romantically linked to Tupac Shakur. That storyline, along with others, was ultimately cut due to time constraints, not because it lacked substance. Now, instead of waiting on another official season, 50 has hinted that he may release the unused footage independently, possibly on YouTube, where no network executives can interfere. Since the documentary aired, 50 Cent says the floodgates have opened. More people than ever are reaching out to him with new information, first-hand accounts, and stories they claim were buried for years. Many viewers have asked what really drives 50 to go after Diddy so relentlessly. Some assume it's just long-standing industry beef or a thirst for attention, but according to comedian and longtime insider TK Kirkland,
all the women in the world that Diddy could have gotten with, he chose 50 Cent's baby mother.
It's a lot of variables to this particular question. Because I talk to a lot of people, older, younger, even my daughter, who's 22, she didn't understand it. So people give their opinion based on what they've experienced and their environment, people they've been around. So to the people that understand boundaries and respect, I always tell men you should never date another man's girl if you're not aware of it. If you know it, then
the real reason goes much deeper and far more personal. TK Kirkland recently shared his perspective, saying that many people are missing a crucial detail in this entire situation. In his view, this was never just about industry rivalries or ego clashes. According to TK, out of all the women in the world Diddy could have pursued, he chose to get involved with the mother of 50 Cent's child. For TK, that single decision crossed an unspoken line, one rooted in respect, boundaries, and street code.
After the baby mother of one of his rivals.
Exactly.
Someone who had been taking shots at him for years.
Absolutely.
On purpose.
And he went after her knowing that they had beef.
Right. And slutted her out.
Slutted out.
Just slutted her out.
Slutted out.
Having a whole basketball team run a train on her. And
I
just
totally
the whole
agree.
thing, right?
Totally agree.
Right.
But his reputation from when he worked at Uptown, I'll be sure's girlfriend.
Oh. Kim Porter.
Kim Porter.
Right.
That's his reputation.
I'll be sure his baby mother.
Baby mama.
Yeah.
Then Eric Serum, his friend, the one that had she had his baby, Mia. So he's had a reputation of going after people.
Tupac's ex-girlfriend.
Tupac's ex-girlfriend.
He got a baby with her too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So my point that I'm making to the men listening, well, if you don't understand this, then you just poorly educated and don't really have common sense. It's a no-no. There's no way I would go after Vlad's ex-girlfriend.
Right.
I'm so loyal that if I met a woman and she said, oh yeah, I used to date Vlad, I can't with you, baby.
Right.
I won't even put my, excuse my language, because that's how I move. Other people don't move like that, but you see me in Paris, see me all over the world. Why would I want to do that to mess up a relationship?
By the way, before we continue, a quick message for anyone out there who dreams of acting or wants to break into the film and TV industry. Our channel is partnered with a real working actor who actively teaches actors around the world, including celebrity clients. He offers global acting classes, one-on-one coaching, on-camera training, and industry-level guidance for anyone serious about leveling up their career. If you want to learn directly from someone booking real roles in film and TV right now, check out the link in the description and visit the website. Whether you're a beginner or already experienced, his training gives you the tools to stand out in today's competitive industry. Alright, back to the story. TK explained that people often form opinions based on their own experiences and the environments they come from. To those who understand loyalty and boundaries, he says, this was a clear violation. He emphasized that knowingly dating someone who has been involved with a friend or rival is something he personally has never done in his entire life.
Said that he had a lot of footage had to be down, the documentary had to be downsized. You understand? I don't really believe that, because a documentary is a documentary, and they could have had 45 minutes. They could have had an hour, to each one of those. You understand? They left out certain things. He said they even left out the one about Sarah Chapman. You understand? And for whatever reason, he probably left out a lot of other different stars too. Situations that they could have spoke about. You understand? I have a problem with the documentary, and I'm just gonna let you know that the reason I have a problem with the documentary is that they know that they took my idea. You understand? They know that when I came to them, I laid out what they should do and how the documentary should be. You understand? She can say whatever she want to say. I talked to those producers before I even talked to her. They wanted to know what I had, what I was bringing, my pictures, all that stuff like that. And I told them about me, Tim, and Kirk. You understand what I'm saying? And how it would go. They did the same thing. This ain't the first time they stole from me, man. If you look at the Notorious Big, if you watch the Notorious Big, that part about the shoes, I had that in my book. And I was talking to K.O. Copeland. He was one of the writers of that movie. And I told him about when I let Big use my shoes at Soul Train Award. You had this old flunky ass dude, Mike B, get on Angie Martinez's show and talk about, yo, Big, he wore mixed max shoes and he went out there and performed. When you go look at the film, when you go look at Big performing that on that show, ain't nothing mixed match about them shoes. There was $800 Maury's, size 14D. Big wore a 14E. E means that his shoes is a little wider than mine. He struggled, but he put the motherfuckers on and he went out there and performed. Those was my gators that he had on. You understand? They did a little skit trying to disrespect me in the movie. You understand? And they said something about, we got this from Big Sexy.
In his eyes, it reflects a lack of respect, especially when the history between the two men is already tense. What makes the situation even more questionable, according to TK, is that Diddy was never short on options. With global fame, immense wealth, and access to people all over the world, there was no shortage of potential partners.
That documentary, and if 50 do another one, and I heard he's gonna put it on YouTube or do whatever he's gonna do, Puff ain't gonna have nothing to do with that. Puff ain't gonna have nothing to do to try to stop that because he can't. Because if he could stop it, it would have been stopped. You know why he can't stop it? Because Puff know people right there at Netflix. Don't think he don't. And I don't know if this guy still worked for them, but he was part of the Flavor Unit, Shakim. He was part of the Flavor Unit. He was good friends. He was cool with Puff and them. Flavor Unit and them, Queen Latifah and them, they was cool with Puff. If Puff would have sent a cease and desist over there and they could do it and he had the power and they wasn't right, they would have been done it. You see, it's still rolling, right? It's still going on, right? He ain't got that power no more. You understand? Now, could he sue them because they use his likeness or use something and stuff like that? I don't know. I'm not that versed in they using him. You understand? If they can steal your whole damn idea, your whole damn ideal, why can't they steal your whole damn intellectual property? That's what they do.